So a while back I made a video showing how I used acrylic spray paint to color my AirPods Pro. Since that I had to redo them because I lost one, and I actually found a much more durable and I think much prettier and easier way of doing that. So I wanted to share that with you here in this video. Basically, what I did was I realized that the coating was too thin, and so as you can see with the one I didn't lose, a lot of the color actually wore off, mainly from the opening and closing of the case. And so I started to think about what better color to use, and then I realized that in my share flat in the fridge there is quite a selection of nail polish, and so I went and picked one and gave that a shot. The neat thing about nail polish, of course, is it comes in this handy tool with a brush, so it's much easier to apply than with the spray paint, where you have to cover all sorts of holes for the microphone and sensors and so on. And it also dries fairly quickly, so it makes it much more easy to handle. I'm sparing you the whole duration of the painting process and speed the video up, but as you can still see, it's literally just painting the AirPod with the brush from the nail polish. I actually made 2 coatings, and with both, of course, you do not paint over the holes for the microphone or the grill or the sensor areas. And once that's done, all that's left to do is wait until the color is dried, or at least dried so that it is safe to the touch. And then what I did is I used a little toothpick to scrape off some of the paint from the charging connectors to make sure those are all clean. And there you go, that was the first one. A little later, once I could confirm for myself that this approach actually works, and as it turns out it works much better than the acrylic paint, I went ahead and also painted the second one. Since the other one already had some paint on it, I went ahead and removed it with nail polish remover. So I removed all the acrylic paint from the previous approach, and then I went ahead and selected a color for the second one. I chose a slightly different color. First of all, that makes it easier to distinguish left and right, and I figured it still works with the looks if it's somewhat similar, or actually could be any color combination for that matter. Either way, I also wanted to play around a bit and see how a different color might look, because so far I've always had them painted black. The last thing I did, I switched those silicone tips for foam tips because I prefer their seal, and those black ones actually completed the look quite neatly. Although the newest AirPod Pro's tips, I think, are already foam filled, so this won't be necessary anymore. Either way, this is my new approach for colored AirPods. I hope you like them. Maybe you'll try it out for yourself. Let me know how it turned out, and all the best.